Say hi.
Hi.
I got some birds. This turkey bird is sleeping. It's okay. I love raising turkeys. So today I got 2 turkeys and I got 5 Cornish cross and I got 5 Red Rangers. So the one that has more color is the Red Ranger. The more white one is the Cornish cross.
There you go.
And the dark one is a broad-breasted bronze.
So which ones are going to be nice?
Well,
I bet.
the Cornish cross will only live for a few more weeks. They'll be butchered around the 4th of July.
Oh.
The Red Rangers will be butchered 2 weeks after.
So they won't
And the
have much time
turkeys will be like our pets for a while until we butcher them.
You've got short life. Boing.
Hopefully they don't pick on each other too much. The gal at the feed store suggested that the turkeys would be just fine with the game pens, or with the Cornish cross and with the Red Rangers. So hopefully they are just fine. Especially since these other birds don't live so long. My son just found these mushrooms. This one's really big.
Don't touch it.
And there's more over here.
That's it. I'm poking it with a stick.
Okay, good morning. So they did good last night, but they're all huddled up. So they might be a little too cold. They might not like that. So I'm going to lower the lamp a little bit. I know a lot of people don't like heat lamps. The feed store I buy birds from, that's all they use. And it's all I've ever used. You definitely have better options, but that's what we're using. So I'm going to lower the heat lamp real quick so they have a little bit more heat. It's just going to be a chilly day today. But they are so darn cute, aren't you? Aren't you darn cute? The crazy thing about these meat birds is they're just warm. They're warm-blooded. Hey, buddy. The turkeys are gonna love getting to snuggle with them because they're nice and toasty. But yeah, I'll lower the heat lamp real quick and see if we can't get them just a little bit better heat.
I remember last year when we had a lot more turkeys.
Putting the lid on the food and moving it a little bit is supposed to help so they don't just like stand in the food.
It seems like they're standing in it more.
But if we take it off, they're definitely hanging out in there. So I don't know. We'll see. The turkeys are hanging out together there for a second. They're so cute. Hey, you. Hey, Mr. Peep.
When they drink water, he's so cute.
I think that's pretty good. They're not like up in it like they were when it was just open. All right, a quick garden update. These are the greens I planted out. All of these little guys came from their seed pods from the birch tree. But I think they're good mulch, so I'm not really pulling them. I think they're fine. I'm definitely not going to grow any trees in this bed. So I had to take a quick break and say hi to my son Max. He's so sweet. Okay, so this row is coming in great. And it's one of those butter crunch lettuces, I think. And then these are the arugulas. They're coming in great. And this row, where did it go? I've got like one little seedling that's popped up. Here we go. Right there. And maybe one here. And there's a row in between that I'm not seeing really much yet. So we'll see what happens. But we did come out and we planted some zinnias and some marigold starts that we just got from the store. And we got our peppers planted next to them. So I've got a serrano and I'm not sure what the other two are. I could find out. And then the marigolds and then another pepper plant. But look at this pepper plant. Every day I come out and I find leaves from this pepper plant in different parts of the bed. And I have got a critter that is just eating this thing to pieces. And I think it might be a bunny. Look, it got my freaking tomato. I saved this tomato. It got that too. So I need to cover my plants somehow. I've done it before, but I mean, look at all these little offshoots that I've got here. I think this plant is going to be okay, but that's a lot of trauma for it. And this tomato plant, oh my word, he's been through so much. I rescued him and he was looking beautiful and so happy. And do you mind? I'm not feeling very good about this plant right now. And then over here, I've got, let me zoom in a little bit. I've got the king okra starts, which are going to be really cool. Really cool. I don't know why I said king. I meant dino okra.
Editing Carly here. I don't know why I called that king or dino okra at all. I've never in my life grown okra. I repeatedly call this okra. This is dino kale. I don't know.
And if you remember, I spilled a pack of seeds, and so they're growing in very strange places. In this little stretch beside the okra, I'm going to plant some peas right now, I think, that can climb this trellis. But I'm going to check this garden over here for the same pest damage. I don't see anything on this guy. He looks good. This is a sun gold cherry. My flowers look good. The basil looks great. These are some onions. These are bunching onions, and then these are bulb onions. But I think I'm supposed to trim these greens back. I read conflicting information. I don't know if I'm supposed to leave the greens on them or if I'm supposed to trim them. These tomatoes look great. They haven't had anything eaten on them. This guy looks a little tippy. I could probably stand him up a little bit, but I don't see any predation. That's what I'm gonna call it. That little predator. I'm not seeing anything on any of these. So whatever it is, it's just focusing on this bed. My sunflowers are okay. There's one little one right here, one little one right here. But can't you imagine? Let me step back. Can you imagine how sweet that will be to have the sunflowers each growing up? That'll be so sweet. Anyway, so yeah, not too happy with that. I'm going to plant the peas and then cover this bed with something. I normally have tulle, and I think I still have some from last couple years, and I also have some bird netting. So I just got to find something to protect them. Whatever it is has focused right here. I want to say it's a bunny. I had one year, just my plants go missing. It was the wildest thing. Oh, that makes me so sad. I'd like to see what it is. Anyway, there you go. Little garden update. Oh, look, this one. Got a wish. So I don't think it would be too much to ask for that space to plant some peas and cucumbers. The peas aren't going to last all summer. I mean, they might, but they really don't like warm weather. Hard to do one-handed. My silly little brain. Okay, so the Oregon giant snow pea. Continue planting in 2-week intervals until late spring. So you have, that's called continuous sowing. What is this variety? Black Valentine bush bean. Stringless bean. Pole bean. So the only pea I even have in there is this one. I had some Tanya's pink potted beans, and I don't remember, I was sharing a bunch of seeds with my niece who's excited about gardening, and I don't remember if I gave her all of them or if I kept a baggie of them. I may have kept a baggie, but I don't know where they are. This is why Carly should not try to reorganize. Okay, let's look at these really quick. The cucumbers. I have been really wanting to try these silver slicers. So this is another one of those really cool art series packs from Hudson Valley Seed Company. Let me just throw that. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at these and kind of decide on what I want to do. I think I may just go for the silver slicers this year. And I'm gonna read the planting tips inside. I think I'm gonna give each of these a little spot in the garden next to the kale here where they can go up this trellis. It'll be really good. All right, I just planted these starts out on this side, on the east side. And I'm going to take the silver slicer up on the west side of this bed, and I just thought this was cute. The noblest Duke of Kooks. So, yeah, I'm excited. This will be great. 25 seeds, 60 days, plant at a 1/2 inch depth. Space the plants 24 inches apart. Direct sow after the last frost. And I might be a little late, but like I have said in the past, we have a really late growing season. We normally don't put our gardens in until after Memorial Day. I think we're gonna be just fine. So I'm just gonna plant like a handful of seeds here, and then we'll let, 1 or 2 of the plants grow. So should be just fine. I think 2 plants here would be just fine. All right, I can't find the bird netting or the tools. So what I'm going to do is I just now finished putting one of these lightweight bamboo posts at each of the corners and in the center of this bed. As soon as I get home today from work, I will drape some bird netting over these, and that will hold it just fine. But I'm going to have to pick some up at the store. Darn. It's a small garden this year, but it's sure looking pretty.